you all to the stream. How's everybody doing? You doing well? Let me know if you guys can hear what's going on. So today we're going to be playing Marvel Snap. I'll fly here. So he can So we're gonna be playing Marvel Snap here today. Find out the new Gwen. Alright, so we've got Gwenpool here along with this guy's name again? Arishem. Yeah, this new deck here is pretty crazy. Pretty excited to try it out here. See how it goes. Ghost. Your cards are always revealed last. Their unrevealabilities. That's that could be useful for like a Shang-Chi. We'll give that a try. Welcome to the chat here. Well, welcome to the stream. Good morning, sir. How's it going, man? It's a new Marvel Snap season, so the rank resets, and basically it's a chance to it's a chance to rank up again. Damn, what are the chances of 2 rhinos? It's crazy. Anyways, how's your morning going? Good use for Spider here. So far this... Okay, I have 2 Thanos. Oh, wait a second. That would make sense. Thanks, camera. Here we go. Got our Marvel Snap here. Yeah, time travel shenanigans over there. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I've finally decided I'm gonna need a 3rd screen, because holy heck, it's just not enough screen space. Maybe like just one like above my other monitors. But I was terrified today doing those upgrades. Buy like one of those mini screwdriver sets. It was crazy. Okay, opponent retreated. Easy wins. I do love this card game. It's so addictive, but it's so fast paced. There's only 12 cards in the deck, so it's not like too difficult to create decks. That was always the thing that prevented me from getting into like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh. I would always get like choice paralysis about, okay, what's my balance of like land to creatures to spells, and just too much. But here there's so much with just 12 cards that you can do. I love it. But it just started a new season and your rank drops when that happens. It's like a soft reset, and basically I'm trying to get back to top rank again infinite rank, which is 100. Right now I'm at 53. That's the plan. Play for a bit here. It's hot as hell today. Insane. But yeah, new season also means a new character. It's not much sense in me playing Invisible Woman. Yeah. Monitor set and portrait mode to the side seems to be the new. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna need. Either that or like it's horizontal directly, almost making like a pyramid between my other monitors here, so then I can at least see chat there a bit easier. Love the the art. Yes, yeah, the art is so great. And I feel like there are some like egregious monetization stuff that they've got going on here and there, but overall it's not as bad as like other games, so I give it a pass. Like for the most part, like if you get the season pass and lower this down. Yeah, if you get the season pass, and most of the time you can get cool cards, and it again, if you're like a type of person who's like into card collection stuff, boy oh boy, is this game super dangerous. Because get all these alternate art here, and so cool. Okay, so new card just came out. Gwenpool. Give a random card in your hand. Pick a random card in your hand 3 times. Give 2+ power each time. So that is crazy powerful. Man, how do I do this? So Hellcow is gonna discard 2 cards. Gwenpool is gonna. Man. Okay. Lady Sif will discard a card. This is our final turn. What am I doing here? Gwenpool's not gonna do anything for me. Damn it. Okay, but I could still do something really cool. Lady Sif into Hela. Yeah, there are some real deep cut characters in here, and that's why I like it. I wish there was some kind of like in-app or in-game like, oh, hand empty. Okay, Hela's gonna come out here. She's gonna bring back someone. Excellent. Okay, that was what I was hoping would happen. So Lady Sif, she discards the highest power card in your hand, and Hela brings back any cards that have resurrects any cards that were discarded at random locations. So with -2 power. So kind of got to be able to discard a card and then summon one back with her. Pretty cool. But yeah, I wish there was some kind of in-game like character lore stuff. But I've been playing this game since like it launched, and they've got so many great characters. And again, like I said, the character collection thing. What I love about this game is that for the most part, there are a lot of cards you get for free, just progressing in the game and playing and leveling up. Then there are like the season pass cards you got to pay for, which are like part of buying the season pass essentially. But you still have a pretty fair chance of like unlocking new stuff and getting new things and upgrading. And each card has like its design that really fits the characters. Like Wolverine, when this is discarded or destroyed, regenerate it with 2 power at a random location. That is so fitting for Wolverine. And then you've got alternates and stuff like that, so then you want to like upgrade them. It's just so cool. But usually, whatever deck I'm working on, I'm playing is the one I'm gonna usually try to upgrade. So let's see if I have anybody that can take the full level here. Essentially, I want a whole bunch of cards that are like this in like this black and white style. It just seems cool. But yeah, definitely deep cut cards, and I just love the design of the game too. Everything's so fitting. Like Nick Fury, he summons two other, I think 3 other high power cards. So yeah, then we level up here. Pretty similar. But yeah, new season, new deck. Trying to get a chance to try out Gwenpool here, see if her ability is actually useful or not. But also, Arishem is just so strong right now. That's the deck that I'm playing right now, which is uh, he gives you 12 random cards and shuffling them into your deck at the start of the game. You get +1 energy. So you may end up with good cards. You may end up with cards that do not work with your build whatsoever. You may end up with like god level cards. But it also means that the cards that you put into the deck, there's less chances of you pulling those things. So it's just, this is just such a game. I love it so much. Um, but yeah, how are you guys doing over there? Hope. Well, I guess for Australia it's pretty cold now, but just leave. Discard to power. It's Gwenpool season. Let's use Gwenpool here. Let's see how she does. Okay, not bad. I'm gonna use Rogue, and she's gonna steal Invisible Woman's power there. I'll use Corvus Glaive here to get max energy. And yeah, it like the game encourages you to let's see what happens now. To get cards and learn about stuff that you don't. Oh, I just made a mistake. That's okay. Okay, so he has no more cards in his hand. So we've got Corvus Glaive here. He's snapping. I don't know why. But I'm gonna play Nick Fury. Ironheart. Be there. He's trying to get me to snap. You know, at this rank, I don't know if lost my train of thought. Oh snap. Oh, that's not good. Uh okay. Interesting. Okay. There's still a chance. Okay, okay, okay. I am gonna snap. I have Hela, and I have two cards that were discarded. Giganto and Arishem. Either one at either of those locations would be good. Then I'll play Sage here. That'll give me... Sage gets +2 power for each different card. Each different power among all the cards here. So, pretty varied. We got, hold on, we got 5, 6. Is there, oh, he's gonna retreat. Dang. Oh, I was saying that at this rank, it's really hard to tell if someone's snapping because they've got like a good deck or if they're just trying to bluff. A lot of players try to bluff at these ranks here. Oh, so far away. Okay, the hard part is like there are decks that are good, but people know they're good, so they're not going to stick around for the ending of them. So you kind of want to play a deck that will surprise people a little bit. I feel like what's this one? Gilgamesh. I think I'm gonna try the Cersei again. It's been a while since I've been using that, but with Arishem being so popular, Darkhawk's really good against him. That's what I love about this game. There's so many counter stuff. Let's see. Darkhawk gets I think like, oh, here he is. 2 power for each card in your opponent's deck. So this guy's not playing Arishem right now, so that's good. Don't have to worry about that. But still, he's very powerful. Imagine if there were 12 more cards in that deck. Darkhawk would be unstoppable. He's a good counter against the deck. Nova. When this card is destroyed, give your cards 1 power. Armor prevents cards here from being destroyed. So He's not playing a destroy style deck. He's probably playing um, Silver Surfer. Let's see. Goblin, okay. Not too worried about that because I have Cersei. And this is what I love about this deck and why I chose her. Cersei's one of the immortals. And she transforms your other cards here into random cards that cost 1 more. So even though this Green Goblin here is -3 power to my side, he can be used. He can be useful. Let's see. I'm gonna put Mockingbird here. Oh, I'll put her. We're gonna go with Darkhawk probably on the left. Cersei center maybe. I probably should have put Mockingbird. Okay, so he's snapping. I don't know why. If I had to guess, he's gonna play Professor X someplace. Lock down my position here. Because Daredevil lets him see where I'm gonna play. Okay, Hobgoblin, cool. Alright. So still comes out in my favor, but now I'm not as sure if I want... Okay. I'm gonna play Cersei here. Even though I'm gonna lose my Darkhawk, he's gonna turn into a 6-cost card. Hobgoblin's gonna turn into a 6-cost card. Jeff will turn into a 3-cost card. So this is a bit of a gamble, but I think it'll pay off unless he's got something crazy. Oh. Oh. Okay. That actually worked out. Huh. Alright, so Cosmo stops on-reveal abilities from happening here. Orca, +5 power if this is the only card here. Aramzola, destroy one of your cards and copy it to other locations. So that was kind of a weak pull. That's kind of what I meant when I said like it's a bit of a crapshoot there. But Orca was enough with that 11 power. Also, like, this was a Hobgoblin before. So that being gone now, that's still a net 8 power that's ours now that he wasn't expecting. So we're good there. I probably should have snapped back. Wasn't confident in my own abilities enough. Right. Next game. Jean Grey. So again, this deck is built around Cersei here, but we've got the supporting cards that can help if things aren't going our way or if we just want to do something else. I'll play Korg here, and I think I'm gonna just the volume so you guys can hear that.
Hey man, I'm Korg.
You should be able to barely hear Korg saying, "Hey, I'm Korg." Okay, so see, this is another case. And I might have just screwed myself here. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so Jean Grey. Players must play their first card here each turn if possible. I want to play my Cersei here next turn. So she'll get rid of the Widow's Kiss. She'll change my Jean Grey to something else, change Korg to something else. Maybe I'll get some value. But Jeff, the Land Shark, Jeff the Baby Land Shark, you can move this card once. Nothing can stop you from playing or moving this to any location. So I'm going to play him here, even though normally, because of Jean Grey, I couldn't. And that should allow me, yes, to bypass Jean Grey's hand here and just play Hood on the other side. Okay, Magic. This is now a 7-turn game. Interesting. It's just more chance for me to get more power. Got a demon. He's probably wondering what I'm doing. So no matter what, the great thing about Jean Grey is that she's forced the other guy to play on this side, on the left side. I'm hoping that they're not expecting this play and They're probably thinking they're gonna win this side here. Let's see. Okay. Ash. Athena. That's a good pull. Wong. Okay. Hood. I've got a lot of demons now. I'm gonna snap here just because I feel like I've got the advantage here. Just by playing. So this right here will create. Oh, maybe I should just play the Annihilus. Yeah. Till he's get the negative power. We'll destroy. This will destroy our hood over here. Yeah, we've for sure got this. And I'll put the Mockingbird here and a demon here. Should be an easy win. Aaron Zemo. Oh no. Oh. That's not as good. But that's okay, because we've got this. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I've definitely won this game here. It's just a matter of how do I want to win. By playing 2 cards, Athena will get stronger. Here. It's like a weird sequence of events. I've got out here, order of operations. I'm gonna put a demon here. I can't play Sentry on the right side, so I'm gonna put Jeff over here. I'll play Sentry in the middle now. That's 2 cards played. So he retreated. God damn. This is the problem. It's like I said, I want to lure them into getting me more cubes. Otherwise, this climb is gonna be just grueling. 53. That's what I meant about it's too obvious that they're gonna win, that you're gonna win. You almost have to find a way to either get them to snap early or convince them that it's I don't know, that you're losing, or maybe that you don't have a counter for them. That's the depth of game. But anywho, what do you guys have planned for my time while I'm away? That's gonna be one of the biggest uninterrupted times of no games we've ever had. I, for one, am very excited, very nervous because I hate plane travel. It's just not for me. Rock Slide here. Rock Slide will send 2 rocks to the opponent's deck here. So, filling his deck with trash a little bit. Oh, birthday dinner tonight. What? Happy birthday. That's awesome, man. Also have working a ton. Yeah, hear that. Looking forward to the game this weekend. Yeah, definitely looking forward to the game. I'm especially looking forward to trying out Fist, because man, that game looks so cool. Air snapping. I'm gonna snap 2 just because we've got to take some risks here. At this point, I don't know. Black Widow sent out here. Yeah, man, 2 big birthdays here during this time. Oh wow. Crazy. Yeah, so I feel like I won this one, but for some reason I'm unsure. Let's see. They're not going to win Sensor in the middle here, so they're probably going for the right side. I've got Mockingbird, that's 9 power. Black Widow, that's 2 power, plus the Clog. Borg's gonna boost our middle here a little bit. Oh, Dr. Doom. Yeah, I don't know why he snapped. Okay, so this is a little bit toxic, but it's part of the culture. They're like, why did you snap there? What is going on here? They started adding more emotes, which I freaking love, because you don't really have too much ability to say or communicate much, so it's just funny when you just see like some of the what's here. Oh, so I was saying about a fist. That game is so funny. Also so easy to read through and just get the basic gist of it. Like even for like the GM side, it was like 20 minutes like get through, and then there's so many tables that are there, so it's just like you have tons of resources at your disposal. Plenty of charts. Like I am 100% gonna use the charts there to build our mission, because they've got ridiculous stuff there. Like this other shadow agency is Black Widow. Some Black Widow puts a card in his hand that makes it so he can't draw cards. Also, he's playing Arishem, and now he's drawing from our deck. So I don't know how this is gonna work, but we'll see. But yeah, I was looking at some of the characters that people were making too. They're just like so, just goofy and silly. I saw one character that was like, you can well, one of the things, there's so many little things and knickknacks you can buy. You can't tell I struggle with focusing sometimes. There's so many little nifty little gadgets you can kind of get, but like for the most part, it reminds me a lot of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, which I know I've referenced before, but it is one of the best Metal Gear Solids, and it's just so funny how much this game really reminds me of that mission where it's like sending you in, you're Naked Snake. Any weapons you find, like any weapons you can gather, you're gonna have to recover those on your own. Let's do this. But there's missions that are like, there's a giant rubber duck that is absorbing people's bodies, and another shadow organization or government wants to take control of it and use it for their nefarious purposes. It's so silly. Ooh, these are. Alright, that worked out good, see? Got 4 cubes. That's better than before. I feel like if we kept playing Arishem, everybody's playing Arishem, would not be progressing as much. But I hope you guys enjoy your... Oh, Ryan, your birthday already passed, but I hope you enjoyed your celebrations. I hope you enjoyed yours too. Some time. Hey man, I'm Cork. Rubber duck blob. Yeah. That's the one thing I love about like other systems, and like seeing just how they do things, how they approach things. Like I like that there's a kind of sense that like it feels a lot like Hellboy to me too, of like the paranormal secrets, the Cold War kind of espionage. And like I said, I'm also just, they have this thing called like the intelligence matrix, and it's just tons and tons of tables, tons and tons of like ways that you can build out the game. Mission prompts, Halo jump into military base, haunted mansion full of puzzles, human test subject cover up, hunt an expert bounty. Honestly, like I might just take, see, this is what I'm saying, like looking at other TTRPGs, now I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I should use some of these prompts for like quest prompts, you know, in the future, because they're just so good. Korean barbecue, all you can eat. There's a fat man and this skinny lad. That's awesome. Korean barbecue is incredible. Love that for you. Definitely got to get your money's worth. So pace yourself. You know, don't drink too much liquids. But yeah, let's see what else is in this intelligence matrix. We got tons of pre-made NPCs for you, pre-made bosses of like different levels. But even like the game is also so simple that like pulling out stats for something could be. Probably thinks that I'm not gonna get the void out of here. Yeah, don't fill up on bread. Let's see. There's also like disasters that could be in place, avalanche, chemical spill, uh, and like impact. Uh, aliens offer superior disaster control. Area becomes flooded by the ghost of victims. Oh, important politician goes missing. Hollywood immediately films an adaptation. Oh yeah. I'm mainly thinking for the next campaign of like just what be able to do. Yeah. Fun game. And then also, you know, every system kind of encourages different behaviors. And this one to me really seems like the kind that encourages uh I could see someone playing like a Harley Quinn and getting on this mission here and like being just a person essentially who has a weapon and it's maybe that's a little bit out there. Uh but then meanwhile you're hanging out with someone who, let's see, his traits. Traits, roles. Oh, there's just so much ideas. So we won this one. Another win. Easy. These ranks is not too challenging. So I said it's more like monotonous because it's just people who are, you know, don't know. I'll admit I'm excited for the next campaign, doing things over in a different way and looking at a new plot. Yeah, for sure. I'm very excited for the next campaign. Like I said, doing things over in a different way. Everything informs like everything else, you know? Like the whole campaign's entire direction would have been extremely different if I had said like this wasn't the Midnight Pact. We're all members of the Empire, and you were all like soldiers or whatever. Or again, even something very different if it was just set up differently. So it's a different games, different settings. We all encourage different behaviors, even just the different ways that we try to connect to those things through tropes and through our limited understanding. And I'm mostly excited because I've learned so much. I know I can do better. So it's like, I'm also excited to just try new things. Like I said before, I'm always interested in like what's coming next. We're gonna put Sentry here. Sentry here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it off. Oh, for sure. We would have had Empire Fanatics within the guild, or maybe we still do. I mean, there were a lot of interesting decisions that were made by some players who, you know, like decided to make certain choices with their characters. Like I said, like now is the time to kind of look through your characters and see like, okay, what am I doing with these guys and what be happening. And you know, some players retired a few characters and, or at least told me like what those characters would be doing, which is funny. Okay, so my hood's gonna go onto their side, which is good. I'm pretty sure I win this. Oh no. I'm still gonna snap. I'm gonna hope that he snaps too. And here's why that was probably a bad idea. All I've got is 9 to put here. I could take the risk on Cersei. That's why I have her. Screw it. Screw it. No, Blue Marvel. Okay. Ugh. Sad. Got the same power and less power. Yeah. Defeat. Alright, that happens. Okay. Typically after a defeat, I look and I try to see what did I do wrong there. I think definitely playing White Widow on that side wasn't the most beneficial option. But anyways. Yeah, like I said, things I'm always thinking about the possibilities. And also just know know how this story ends. Because I definitely made this story with an end in mind. Not that I had one like predetermined, but like that I knew that it would end, right? That I was like, oh, 2 years out from now, or however around that time, that's when it should be the end. Hindsight is 2020. If I could start over, I would have engaged with the world a lot more, a lot earlier. But it's about finding your feet to start with first. Yeah, that's also the thing I'm like most excited about, is the fact that like you guys know what you're doing now, you know, and not in the sense of, like, you didn't know what you're doing before, but also like it was a concept that was like, you know, new to everybody. Like the idea of like, okay, this is this world. How much can we interact? How much can we affect things? How much can we do and change things? How much is driven by like your own action versus not? All of those were things that like you really didn't know, just kind of joining in and starting. Especially since like in the beginning, I did not do session zeros at first. So it was just like you kind of joining in and me being like, hey, so this is how things work. Let's go. Come along. And there's like a certain amount of like, I think, ease and enjoyment to that. But I could definitely see how, like, for new members joining, how it would be pretty stressful. Drawing from each other's cards. I don't go with the Annihilus. I want to get rid of that Black Widow. Even if I can clog his side. Nope, didn't clog his side. That's okay. I clogged my side. Okay. Widow's Bite. Alright, but now I'm going to destroy my Widow's Bite, winning this location. Okay, good. I'm gonna snap. Not because I'm gonna play anything here, but it's because I know I want these 2 lanes. So we're good there. I don't know what is he about to do. Unless he's gonna play Magneto. No, he's not. Hardest part for me was I'm so used to a DM saying no, whereas this entire game is built as a yes and friendly style. Yeah, I've definitely it's a change. Even like for me myself, I've had to really think about like that approach, because there are other games where it's like, you know, again, smaller in scale, you're dealing with a party, usually a much faster timeline, where it's like, okay, you don't have time to craft these things, or, you know, spend days between sessions and do all this stuff. And also it just like really depends too what kind of environment is being made, because it's like, now I think you guys can see a bit more what I guess kind of like my decisions maybe from the beginning till now. Oh man, he's snapping early. Got Arishem, and he's got High Evolutionary. Okay. I'm gonna keep clogging him up here. He's gonna know I have Darkhawk because of this. No one else uses Darkhawk without Rock Slide. But yeah, so like, you know, some of the things like in the situation where you guys are now, where it's like you guys have grown so accustomed to having your upgrades and the guild hall and the vaults and all of these things, um, and to like slowly see over time like the progression of like, oh, we've lost some of our access to some of these resources, we've lost access to some of the abilities to do these things, now we've lost access to some of our vault resources, now some of our freedoms. So it's been fun. It's been fun. But I do kind of want there to be like uh this ability, and that's kind of like why I emphasize like the phases essentially, because um let's see here, what's he gonna do? If he has a Shang-Chi, we might lose this, but we might not. Um, but yeah, I definitely want there to be a kind of sense that like, oh, that first year was like oh yeah, okay, those were the days, and then to the previous phase and seeing much things how much things like change, like the difference of like, okay, this war, and war affects economies and resources and what things people can do, and now to this point here. I like it, to be honest. I think in most regular campaigns it would be considered punitive, but for the story we have going, it's simply a progression of the greater narrative. Yeah. I think also because like I've always had it in my head that, you know, now that you guys know about like Sophia Marigold and her stuff, like I I've I've had that in the game, since the beginning. So I've always assumed that there was going to be some kind of conflict or something between you guys, or either like some resolution necessary, even if it wasn't fighting her directly or her being the big bad boss of the campaign or something. Um, so I kind of feel like I've really been waiting for this part the whole time of like, it's almost like the buildup of all of this whole campaign is like, I guess it's a story. I'm just describing storytelling. So, um, but yeah, players don't normally like stuff taken away from them, but it's been swallowed okay. Yeah, players hate that more than anything else. Players, it is it is so funny to me. I've like the psychology of it, of how much and how like far players will go to get their stuff back, or how much they will hate somebody if a if they take their player stuff. More so than like you could have a character and he could come onto the campaign and he could like immediately kill a puppy, and the players would be like, well, I cannot believe this happened, that was crazy. uh but a child comes in and uh steals from one of the players, that child is in grave danger. Whether they know it or not, there's a high chance that child is gonna die. So it is funny to me. I think mainly because of the fact that like, I've tried to convey that like it is the Empire, like this is why this is happening, like these circumstances have gotten to this point, you know. Oh no. Oh, wait, copy my card. It's okay. uh One message was deleted by, what the heck? I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill for my special sword. Yeah. Yeah, even that part, like with the sword, like thinking about that quest the other day with the vampire stuff, where it's like, it's just so funny with the times when circumstances come out. Or like even the one with River, where it's like River may not have gone on the quest to even get that divinity, so what would have happened if she didn't? Raggy had taken it. We're like, what would our paths be now? And no worries for the cats. Now that the characters themselves are so powerful, I like seeing the buffs being stripped back. I know Robin shared the same people on this one, but the popping of vulnerabilities potions as a Tic Tacs is cringe. Yeah, I get that too. But I also like part of me, like I like you guys being strong because then I can throw crazy things at you. It's kind of like I said, like I've. It's almost like I've been like while you guys have been leveling up this whole time, the true balance that I've been building in my head has been like these people, right? Like the power that you guys have to be able to beat um Admiral Azalea, you know, Sophia, Yanni Masters, for these like creatures, these people who have been like almost like horror villains at sometimes in the campaign so compared to you guys. Like now that you're getting to those points here where you're like you've made your alliance, you've done these things. It's also why like I'm okay with like doing stuff where like yeah, Victoria's a wizard and anyone can make a wizard. Cool. But no one's gonna make a wizard just like her. The way that she is built in this campaign and things that she's done, the way that she's learned and developed here, no one's gonna be able to recreate that unless they literally copy my notes. So, I like that. You know, same thing with like, hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to get the car keys. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the craziest set of circumstances was Rico being on that mission as a last minute add-in and circumvented that apocalypse. Yeah, definitely. uh, you know, I'm trying to start apocalypses. You guys keep ending them. You know, it's like you don't want this to end or something. uh, all right, we got Cersei here. She's gonna turn our void into something else. Low roll there. That's okay. Because if they don't play anything left side, we win left side. He's probably going to pull Vulture to middle. Win Vulture here. And no one else would build Victoria because no sane individual maximizes a wizard's dump stat charisma. That's a good point too, yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, I like that stuff. Honestly, it would like it's honestly pretty funny because when I would okay, that was a pretty good move. He put Hercules there. Oh man, what's going on here? I think I still won, right? Unless this is something crazy. No, okay. Should have snapped. Damn it! I need like a snap, like reminder key or something to remember because, ugh. But yeah, when we would play when we were younger, my friends would make like the most broken things possible, which is also why a lot of times I'm just like, okay, you want to min max, sure, whatever. The things that we would do back then were truly heinous, like grubbing over every little +1 bonus we could possibly get to get an advantage. I think in those times we definitely had like kind of like what you mentioned, Rob, the uh the kind of adversarial kind of DM in D&D. Not that we were adversarial, but more so that like we were. It was only 3 of us rotating as DMs at the time, and it was just like this is not for it's not for everybody, but like sometimes it is almost more like an argument at that point when it is just like 2 players, especially when it's 2 friends who know each other. So then it's like, okay, what are we doing? Snapping. That. Let's get our Jeff really strong. What are he's doing? Nightcrawler. see. He's played Korg, Nightcrawler, Carnage, and Wolverine. This is a weird deck. I don't know what this is, what he's trying to do. I'm just going to play Annihilus because that's going to get me the Void up top. Annihilus, he switches your cards with negative power. He switches them over to the other side. If he can't switch them, he just destroys them. We can only open Pandora's box so many times. Yeah, I know. Oh, he moved everybody over here. See, what is he doing? What's this deck? I'm gonna snap too. Only because I put this over here, that gets me to 13. I play Black Widow here. I play Debris here. That should get me the win. You guys have opened plenty of Pandora's boxes. It is such as the struggle of being the ones who are there doing discovering. But would have been funny. Would have been funny. Would have obliterated Sam. Would have been devastating for him. But yeah, fun times, fun times. Let's see. Maybe I should do a video that's just like top 10 compilations of like the funniest but dumbest things you guys have ever done. Oh man. Yeah. Have y'all been? Oh, hey, Cinda. Also, with this campaign, I like that there's less debates for advantages or plus whatever's to rules. Rules are clear cut and consistent. Thanks. I think the main thing is the consistency. Because please, yes, please. The consistency is the key. I think you can take out all the rules and do whatever you want, and cut the game apart to make it so that you're only using attributes and rolling, and that's it. But it is the consistency that matters more than anything else. When I first started looking to see like, oh, like what are other DMs like and how do other people DM, I think that was the first thing that really gave me encouragement to be a pro DM. Is I played in this one game that was so inconsistent, so frustrating, and it was just the first session. The DM was like, you're all in this town, you're all doing this. One player was like, oh, I want to play a ranger, like a beast thing, and they were like, okay, but your beast isn't going to be allowed in town, and they're not going to be accepted. You have to leave them at the gate. Also, this quest only takes place in the town, so you have to go. And I was just like, bro, what are we doing here? Then like midway through the game, he's like, the consistency thing of like, okay, sometimes you have advantage, sometimes you don't. In this case, you're gonna have disadvantage because it's this. It's just like, I literally had to say like, hey man, I think this isn't for me. I'm gonna head out. I'm a pretty patient person. I've seen a few other games like that where I've been like, oh man, what is Becky? Also, wait, so many. I'm looking forward to hearing about all the clues and decisions we messed up on. Oh yeah, that prototype was behind that door you walked past 6 times. I never once picked up on the obvious hints I gave you. It was behind there. Welcome, Becky. Welcome. Yeah, I can't wait for like the questions and answers portion too. Just because it also gives me like a lot of insight into like what are the things that, you know, stuck to the back of your head, or the things that you guys wondered about, or what it is that you were thinking at the time. And yeah, I can't wait either. Also, to be able to like finally reveal these secrets and stuff like that, like, you know, you guys are still uncovering things, but like I said, like the whole Sophia Marigold secret, I've been literally holding on to that since like day one of the campaign. That's been in my head. So that's the part where I get like a bit more like, okay, it's not like it's been like, you know, 2 months that I've been like, I've got the secret, ha ha ha, nobody knows. No, it has been years that I've been holding on to this secret. There are other secrets too that I'm like, Can't wait to just to see what you guys thought about or bring up, or sometimes too, like you guys bring up things that I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that happened. Because my memory's not as good as Levin's. It is pretty good. For the most part, like getting a quest name is enough for me to like remember the plot and consider it again. But boy, oh boy, is it starting to bleed together a little bit. Which is the other reason why I'm so excited for the new campaign. Is my organization skills are so much better now, and God, if I was using the system I'm using now for when I started, it would be so much better for me to recall everything that was happening because the they're just yeah, I was just not doing sufficient notes at the time. There's too much that happens. And I was thinking about the characters, and so I was like doing a count of like how many characters and stuff. That's kind of like why I put in the chat too, like, hey guys, like consider which which characters you're gonna be taking to the end and whatnot, what your end game is with them, because like it's like something like 40, 50, 60 characters. I was like, holy cow, okay. Even though, granted, like obviously your characters who you guys have like spent the most time with and leveled up the most with and everything, I've always known you were gonna keep going on with. Um, Still, I'm still disappointed that I was wrong about Kuruk. I was 1000% certain that Kuruk was a sham and that worshipping him just fed energy to the arcane seals. uh, you know, there's still a little bit left to learn. There's still um, you know, some secrets left for you guys to uncover. But the fine details of how things happen and whatnot. Uh, but yeah, I think the other thing too is like to be able to finally lay out the timeline and stuff and be like, yeah, this happened and this happened. That'll be fun. Got another destroy guy here. Want to go for the Cersei? Maybe the Cersei on turn 6. So we'll put the sentry on this side. He creates the void. There's something on their side here. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I could send the void over to that side. Or I could play... This will clog up my... Okay, we could do this here. It's maybe not a good idea. Okay, I'm even more certain that this was not a good idea now. Damn it. I should have gone for the Annihilus. Okay. Okay, we could still pull this around. If I... Mockingbird here, Cersei here. It's a gamble, but we might be able to do it. A Black Panther. A lot of power to overcome. Okay, we got it on this side. Cersei turning Void into... Oh, yes. That did it for us. Ooh. Can't get away from the Void to save my life, Lee. Yeah. You definitely got their attention, Becky. Got Dark River. Dark River. So yeah, that was a game. I should have snapped on that one too. Here, he had snapped on that one. He was confident. I really got lucky with the Cersei, but I feel a lot of sacrifices between here and the end of the campaign. Characters trying to get River where she needs to be. Characters cutting more deal. Endgame drastic changes. I got an Arisham randomly from Agent 13 the other day, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? Yeah, Rob. A lot of sacrifices probably are right here. Oh, who knows? There's also like things that happen sometimes, like the other day, when we did the vampire quest, right? Like, I was expecting that quest to really be a lot harder because you know, again, the vampires are angry. You know, you guys attacked them last time here. She fled from you guys. You know, you guys have killed some vampires. I expected it to be like pretty hard challenge for you guys to be able to overcome this without a combat or anything like that. Um, but Levin bringing the Pearl of Night, which also was like a random loot drop, was one thing that I didn't expect, and it was such a perfect use of that item, where I was like, oh shit, like what you're offering the vampires here is insanely huge. Um, so yeah, that was really cool. So that swung the whole session sideways. So like, there's always stuff like that happens sometimes where it's like, wow, okay, that worked out the way I wasn't expecting. Cool. Same thing with like the, you know, with Ruin and Kearney and his stuff. Definitely turned out in ways I wasn't expecting. Yeah, those are all plenty of player choices that have huge outcomes on the game, which is what I love. You know, the William sending that message to Paige, you know, brought her out over to your side here when otherwise it may have been a lot harder. Let's see, this is the final turn. With Mockingbird here, I think I should win. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so he wins that side. I don't. What is he doing? All right, that's cool. Um, Arishem has been so good. I'm just using this deck here. You know, let's go back to Arishem. We've got a little bit of time left in the chat here before I've gotta. Somehow I've been assigned to clean the grill again, even though I'm never using the grill. But I guess I am getting the benefits of the grill because it's still feeding me. So I'm gonna try the Gwenpool deck again here. Oh, so we made it to the next rank here. Okay, so this is mainly my goal here. So now we're on rank 60. Season just started. New season reset. I got a new on reveal for getting that rank. Cool. That's my new favorite, Absorbing Man. So we just gotta get 70, 80, 90, 100. Omega level mutant. So now we're at 63. So we made progress. That's good. I'm glad to see it. It always fills me with reassurance to know that I'm not a scrub and I am good at this game. And to progress here. But Arishem is crazy. We're gonna try to deck out with Arishem here, Gwenpool. So much fun. Phase 3 is just Becky and Ricardo doing the Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal. For sure. It's been fun. Sorry, Becky, for the stress. I do not intend for it to be this stressful. Sometimes like it's just sometimes things just line up in like these odd, crazy ways where I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is the outcome. Yeah, we randomly found the very best item in the game to gift them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's, and even then, like honestly, like even when I rolled it, I was like, oh, this will be cute. Maybe like I truly thought it was gonna be like an RP item. Like maybe Victoria will like give one of her you know, servants, or maybe her simulacrum or something to like create an area of darkness so she could have like a town of darkness for herself where she can just chill as a drow. And I was like, oh, this will be cute. This is a cool like little RP focused item. I can't wait to see what they do with this. And then bam, I give it to the vampires, and it's like, whoa. And then yeah, it's intense with River right now for sure. I need to take Atli out on a full moon for a nice chill pilot cleanser session. Yeah. Well, that's why like the light RP sessions and the shenanigan sessions are so important, because it is. Oh, okay. So just to explain what's happening here, Nick Fury has 3 cards. Elsa Bloodborne, when I fill a location, she gives that card +2. Super Scroll, he has all the ongoing effects of all my enemy cards. So now no 5 or 6 cards will be able to be played in these 2 lanes here. But yeah, that's why like those chill sessions are also important too. Even though like sometimes where it may seem like you guys are like just bullshitting around, or like doesn't seem like stuff is happening, like I do a lot of times like plan according for like those periods because they're necessary. Like if it was miserable every single step of the way, if you guys didn't have time to just like bullshit with each other and your friends and your pack mates, and you know, then you wouldn't be enjoyable. It's kind of like the thing with like the Marine Corps when I joined it. Like I don't miss being in it. I miss the people. I miss the community. I think is what it is. Being part of something, being with people, is what I miss. But I don't miss. Oh yeah, no. Okay, I may have put myself in a dilemma here. Do this. See what happens here. Put Hercules here. Okay. But yeah, like the time in Marine Corps was what was fun was that I had people there. We were all going through the shit together, and that was cool. But I don't want to miss anything else. All right, destroy 2 cards here. Could play Heimdall. Not sure how much use that'll be, but I'll do it. See if I can sneak a win out of this one. I'm not sure because he used Gwenpool, and he used her twice, so that gave 12 power out around to his hand. I'm not sure if it's any good or not, but gotta see if it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna snap. I don't think he's got anything. Like I said, you gotta take risks. Can't play to lose. That's the thing I think is most important for this part of the campaign, is that like Rob said, there's gonna be some sacrifices. I don't mean that in the sense that like some of you will die, like not in that way, but I think more so choices will have to be made. So there was a campaign I did a long time ago that was the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Right, for my friends, and of course like I do, I also like homebrewed and took stuff out and swapped it around so that it was a campaign that also fit my players' backstories. And I lost this one. Dang. So I shouldn't have played Heimdall. Should have kept him there. If I had kept Heimdall there, I think I would have won. But that's okay. But I done a campaign where basically, while the Cult of the Dragon Queen stuff was happening, I also had this villain from the player's backstory who was coming up, and basically the players knew that they would be giving up certain advantages if they focused on certain Dragon Quest goals, and they would also be giving up certain advantages if they went on like the goals to go after the big bad guy. And one of the players was like so determined not to lose anything, or like not to like try to do both things, that they essentially ended up failing at both of them because they just like refused. So yeah, you gotta play to win. You can't play not to lose. That's how you lose the whole game. Let's see, Baron Zemo here. So right now I'm playing Arishem. I've got 19 cards in my deck right now, but I have +1 more maximum power than my opponent will have. So that's the benefit. I'll have more energy. I can do things a bit more with that. So like, I'm gonna play magic here. I'm gonna snap. It's gonna take away the Nord dimension, so he's not gonna get the benefit of it. I've got Sunspot here. I can float some energy to him. Oh, he did the same thing. Excellent. So I don't have to worry about that area too. I was gonna play magic there. I chose not to. Mainly because I don't like that area. It's hard to navigate. Now we've got Nick Fury. Again, another extra power is gonna go to Sunspot. This one. Magic, my favorite MCU character. I love Magic so much. Also, she was so powerful in this game. She turns it from a 6-turn to a 7-turn game, which is, huge difference. 1 extra turn, 1 more card pull, 1 more maximum energy. So on turn 7, I'll have 8 energy. It's a lot to do with on this game. Blob, he merges cards from your deck into him, and he absorbs them. until he gets 15 power or more. So he just ate all these cards, which another magic, which would be a bigger deal if it wasn't because I had Arishem, and which means that I have 12 random cards in my deck. So I've still got plenty of cards, still got plenty of power. I'm gonna play Red Hulk here. My opponent retreated. See, this is the problem with the Arishem deck. The Arishem deck is really strong, but people also see that and they don't want to play against it, which means it's hard for me to get more cubes. Magic's also, there's a Marvel game coming out too that's like it's inspired by I think it's inspired by Overwatch. It's like a 5v5 hero based fighter shooter, arena shooter. And Magic's in it. She comes in with her huge sword. She's got a demon mode that she turns into. Supposed to be really cool. Heard they had a pretty good beta. Trying to watch and cook at the same time. Cleaning beef. I turn away for almost a second and my cat nearly naps a piece. Yeah. Oh, cats are hilarious. I wanted a cat for so long. But now I've got my little sister's dog here taken care of, and she's a little shit, but you know, she's my little shit, I guess. But today she got like sick or something. I don't know. I think there's something that she's either like eating or getting into or something like that like is making her sick. And my mom swears that she's getting high. And that it's like somebody's like smoking and like that legitimately from marijuana she's getting high. And I'm like trying to think today, I'm like, it's impossible. She was in my room all day today because it was hot as hell, so I had the AC on there for her. And she only went outside for like 5 seconds, so unless someone had like the biggest rip in front of her face here in that time, I'm like, I don't know how she could get high like this. But yeah, Yorkies and Silkies are the cats of the dog world. Yeah, she's gotten a lot better. She's made so much progress since I started training her. And even my other sister, when she came to visit from Texas, because so the last time my sister came to visit from Texas with my niece, Luna tried to bite her and attack her and take her down. And she was like 3 years old. So my sister was like, get that dog away from me. But in this case, like now this time she came in to visit and it actually went really good. And she was surprised. She was like, oh my God, she's trained now. What the heck? And I was like, yeah, because no one else has been putting in the work. I changed her diet. We just recently changed her diet. I tried to do, so she had like the wet food, and then we did we're doing a hybrid, like it's wet food mixed with dry food at times. I don't know, but it's just weird. It's just weird how she's got like this. Okay. I want to put Magneto here just because I want to win this lane on the left side. And that'll pull Thor and Jubilee to the right. I think he's going to play middle. Okay, he did. Okay. Lady Thor. Mid here. Try to slow the transition when introducing new fills a little more. She can be sensitive to change. The thing is, she's such a fatty. I love her so much, but she is constantly like looking for more food. I got her this dispenser thing that like you put the treats inside and like she can sniff around it and then try to smell where the treats are, essentially like a stimulation toy, which is pretty cool. She likes it. It definitely works. Definitely tires her out. She likes to smell on it. But like I can tell when she like is just like looking there, like I want more. Give me more snacks. Like I'm smelling the thing. Where are they? And I have to put it away for her. But she's a cutie. She's just a little dumb. That's the only thing. But you know, she's a small dog. She's a small brain. It's okay. I love her. She likes going into little hidey holes and stuff. So funny. But yeah, probably be my last game here. I just realized the time. Chatting away here. The oh man, I did the change, the computer stuff on my computer today this morning. Holy hell, was that stressful. I had to go get little special screwdrivers and stuff, and yeah, I was so terrified because I was like, all right, here it is. Here's the part where I'm gonna like slip with the screwdriver and touch this capacitor. It's gonna rip, and I'm gonna be out of a computer, and that's it. Or especially when I think more so when I was putting in the additional the memory and like sliding it into the slot. Like there's just a moment there where the pins, you have to snap them in it, and I'm like, okay, am I breaking the pins right now? I guess I just gotta keep pressing, and like well beyond the point where I was confident before it actually went in, and then I was like, oh, okay, cool. Same thing with like the graphics card. My graphics card actually, it didn't fit in the slot that was there, even though it's the same brand, but I guess the orientation was different, so I had to do a whole bunch of adjustments there. But just glad that it's done. It's too much stress for me. But also like the first time I've done it, it can take a little more abuse than people think. Yeah, I think it's also because like I come from like an RF electronics background, and like I'm just like very aware of like how much like I guess that's more so for micro circuitry, but I guess I'm aware of like how much like static electricity and ESD can like affect like circuitry and things like that. So that I'm like, oh, okay, not gonna touch this. All right. I don't know why I'm Sherry over there. Really just sucked. Aura. Yeah, sometimes being too cautious is bad. Okay. So he tried to Magneto over here. But yeah, it was cool getting it done myself and screwing everything back together. I did have to like break part of the frame of my my tower inside there to get it to fit. But even that, I was like happy that I was able to. And then like testing everything, seeing that it worked, and seeing immediate like improvement in my system, I was so relieved, so grateful. But definitely, new monitor is on the menu. Put something up on top, and make it easier to see the chat and some of the other stuff here. I can never have enough space. Landscape here, but. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna get some dinner and then get ready for our game later. So I hope you enjoyed the stream here. Hope you had fun. I know I did. Chat with you guys and catch up a little bit and talk about some of the crazy stuff that's been happening. Sometimes I try to like think back and remember like, oh, what was going on? What did we do? But everyone make sure you say your goodbyes and pay your respects to Dark River, and ask for her blessings, because you know that she is a merciless god, and every bit of advantage you can get. So